Guys, welcome to Go With It Gardening. It's a beautiful morning here today in George, and I just want to thank all the subscribers that have already subscribed. Chicken is also saying hello there. Um, so yeah, I'm very excited about the channel. Um, this morning I want to just talk about planning your garden and where to start, what you need to look at, because every garden is not the same. You might not have a garden, and don't let that stop you from starting growing veggies. It can be done in pots and grow bags. Even if you have a balcony and you have some sun, you can do it there. That's no problem. So yeah, so what you need to look at is obviously the sun. The sun, the plants need the sun, photosynthesis and growth. If you've got trees, you have to watch out for the shadows. You also need to, especially if you've got full sun and there's trees behind it, you've got to also look out for drying out, because the trees will use obviously the moisture will be drawn out by the big tree, so you'll probably have to water your garden more. If you look at my garden over here, it's a perfect example. I live in the southern hemisphere, so most of our sun comes from the north side. If you are in the northern hemisphere, your sun will be coming from the southern side. So if we look at my garden over here, the sun goes across like that, and I've got a wall there, and you can see that I've got some shadow over there. In the winter times, that shadow in the mornings around about this time is almost halfway into my beds. But it's not a big issue. The issue is if I had something against the wall there and I had no sun almost the whole day. Only at the end of the day, when the sun is across coming from that side, I'll get a little bit of sun. That might be a little issue, but there are some plants that can handle that, like a spinach. Usually I plant some spinach there and they handle it okay. If you look at let me just stand this way. If you look at the beds, my beds are like this. So as I mentioned earlier, because of that shadow over it reaches almost the middle of my beds in midwinter. I've noticed that last year when I planted my carrots, the back side of my carrots was slightly, the green growth was slightly higher than the front. There wasn't a big difference, but you could see it tapering up to the back. So that's obviously because of that shadow and the back ones getting the sun. The yields were pretty much the same all along. It was just the green growth. So it does make it a little bit of a difference. Also, what I wanted to mention is when you plant your plants, you have to look for, if the sun comes from this side and you've got your bed is like this, you need to plant your bigger plants. If you're using one bed, you need to plant your bigger plants in the back, so they have sun, so the front ones can get sun. Because if you grow the bigger plants on this side, it'll cast a shadow on the smaller ones on this side. So yeah, you guys have to look out for that. Make sure that where you place your beds, they will get proper sun. And like I said, if you don't have a garden, you can do it in pots or plants, but you probably just have to water it more often because of smaller soil size and not a lot of moisture. So it gets drawn up very quickly in pots, so you'll probably have to water it more. Yeah, and thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe. Next time we'll start prepping the beds. I'll show you how to do that. What you have to do if you've got some grass and you don't want to break your back and you want to start the no dig. It's very simple, very easy. Yeah, obviously when I started my garden out, I had to dig a little bit because I found that there must have been some kind of little outhouse over here, so that was broken down long ago, and the bricks were all over, so I had to dig out all the bricks before I started. But yeah, we'll go through that. I will also show you how to do a lot of other things. But thanks for watching. Let's make gardening great again.